Hello, hi, welcome to the channel, welcome to all subscribers. If you're one of them, I've looked around the internet for some unusual, very simple electronics. Now, I'm looking for downloads for certain objects, certain items that I don't have to make. Believe it or not, they're really hard to find, like this gadget here. I think it's really unusual. I'm thinking, what is it? Now, the bloke on the video I see on YouTube, to tell the truth, and he calls it a simple bolt motor. Now, of course, it's a little bit different to this. Obviously, it's not much different. It looks exactly more or less like this. He's got a battery thing over here. He's got a wire that goes to here, to like a little box. There's a little box that goes here. And anyway, one wire goes here. The other wire goes behind the back of it. It connects onto the bar. And basically, what happens is the bar starts to move. I'm thinking, it moves like that. I'm thinking, that's kind of great. So, as I said, it's like a bit like a pendulum, a bit like that. Anyway, he calls it a simple bolt motor. That's what he calls it. He doesn't actually talk in the video. I don't know why. Honestly, I really don't. Not that it's a problem, because he explains it in kind of text in a really nice, easy, simple way. I think now, of course, he's made the real world object out of this thing. I think it's great if you know what it is. I'm looking at it as a virtual world object, and I'll tell you the reason for it. I'm going to change it for a moment. I'm going to bring it into Red Band Alley, and I'm going to load my characters. Now, I want it in the world, in my game world, because I need it for Emma. Emma here is age 1. Now, of course, she can't play with that thing because it's got electricity going through it. So if it's basically on the floor like that, if of course she goes over and touches that, it's going to give her a shock. I think, yeah, it's going to be great in the game world, but she can't use it. So it's not going to be in her world. It's going to be in Emma's world when she's older, because she knows better. Now, of course, even if it was in her world, she's not big enough to basically push the bar. And of course, she wouldn't push the bar anyway, because it's alive. And obviously, she's standing on the ground with no shoes. I'm thinking, you're not going to do that. So of course, she's not going to do that, because obviously, if she touches the bar, it's going to give her a shock. So I'm thinking, yeah. But I'm thinking, okay, what else can I use it for? Well, I'm looking at it from a different point of view. So I'm thinking, okay, as the thing swings backwards and forwards like that, I'm thinking what it can do, it can generate electricity, because apparently it can do that, apparently it's a generator. So I'm thinking, probably not too fantastic, but as long as it can create some kind of power, that's great. So I'm thinking, if not, I'm going to give the illusion that what it's doing is keeping the hall lights on every time it moves. So as it moves, the light's going to flicker on and off because it's going backwards and forwards. So when he goes here, the light from here to here, the light's off. When he hits here, the light turns on. When he goes away, the light turns off, and so forth. I'm also going to use it for the doors, the windows, and everything else. Anyway, if you want to know more about the real world object of this, as I said, I'll give you this model here. I'll show you. I'll give you this. I've made a battery, and I made a little thing that goes here. There's like a little box thing that goes here. So all you got to do basically is put the earth wire to here, put the live wire to here, and then the thing should just work. Well, it'll work anyway because it's got an animation on it. But yeah, as I say, if you want to know more about the actual real world object, I don't know nothing about it. As I said, I went looking for different type of gadgets, and I'm thinking, is it available anywhere on the internet? Nope. Now, of course, the real world object is probably available from the person who actually made that. But the actual, I'll show you the 3D geometry for it. Now, the actual 3D model for it, now, of course, this thing is massive. But it's only big like that because I want it big like that. Really, that's probably really small. But I could make it to her size, but I don't want it. I'm thinking I like it the blender. I like it the blender Emma cube size, because this is a blender Emma cube. Just to let you know that. And as I said, I like the idea. I like the simplicity of it. I think it's absolutely great. Whether it works or not, I could tell you I don't know. But I said, if you look underneath this video, you'll see a link. It's to a bloke who explains this thing properly. Now, of course, I know he can create it in the real world, because he shows you in the video, he's made it. But I think if he hasn't got time to model it in the virtual world, then I'm going to make this link available. Hopefully he don't mind, hopefully he doesn't. And of course, he can download it himself. It's absolutely free of charge, no strings attached, nothing like that. So I figured if you want to download it. He can put it back on his channel, and he can talk about the actual virtual model of it. Honestly, because as I said, if he knows all about it, I know he's I know he's showing you the actual real one in real life. But if he makes a virtual one like this, he can also put it back on the website. He can go around it in the virtual world, and he can explain it properly. As I said, I ain't no technician. I'm really not. I ain't really an engineer, but I can model. I really can. But I'm going to make it pretty similar, not the same, because as I said, I'm not trying to take the credit for it. I'm really not. But I'm going to use this model in my game mode, in Emma's game mode. Hopefully, the bloke in the video is okay with that. As I said, it's only something that looks like his model. It's not actually his model. But I'm saying if he wants to download it and claim the model as his own, of course he's got the right to do that. He can do that because I did model the actual image itself, actually off the photograph. So as I say, if I see something in a photograph, it doesn't matter if it's this, it doesn't matter if it's a person, it doesn't matter what it is. If I see it in a photograph, I'll model it directly out the photograph. That's because I can do that. So as I tell you in all my videos, if you have a rough sketch of anything, no matter what it is, I'm saying if you want to upload it to the cloud, to the blogspot website, whatever you want to do with it, if you want to email it to me, it's up to you. You can do that. And of course, if you want me to make it and put it back on the website for you to download it, of course I'll make it to the best of my ability, put it back on the website, absolutely free of charge, and you can just go there, have a look at it, thinking, actually, you know what? That's exactly what I wanted. And of course, if it's supposed to have an animation like that, if that's what it does, I will give you the animation for it. Of course, I don't have the sound for it, but of course, the bloke in the video has got a sound actually on that thing. So every time it goes like here, it makes like a bit like a kind of spark kind of sound. So I think that's great. But of course, obviously, if it was my video, I would take the sound from that and put it on the gadget. That's what I would do. It's not my video, so I can't do that. So this does not have a sound. So you have to kind of get some kind of sound. It makes like a kind of a ticking kind of noise, a bit like a clock, like that. If you download a sound for a clock itself, obviously that'll work. So obviously every time it goes like to here, it makes a sound. So it goes off, comes back, makes another sound. Anyway, it's the same sound, so it's up to you. Anyway, I'm just making you aware that there's a really simple bot generator, and there's a video to tell you how to make it, just in case you're actually curious and you want to make it yourself. And if you want a 3D model, or if the bloke himself wants the 3D model, go to the link under the video, click on the model, download it. And of course, I'm going to tell you, before you download it, honestly, if you want to download the model, that's absolutely great. As I said, I'm only going to give you the model. The Emmas are available also if you want them to. They're actually under the Emma videos. So as I said, if you want this model here, just the model, just click the link under the video, download it. And of course, if you want to know more about this, as I said, I don't know much about it. Click the man's video underneath this video. I like to give good, honest reviews about content, and especially unusual content. I really like unusual content, I really do. And especially when you go out there and you kind of look for the download for it, you're thinking, yeah, there's a download for the video, but there's no download for the actual 3D model. I'm thinking, does this exist anywhere? Nope, I can't find it absolutely nowhere. I've spent 2 days looking for a model like this. Honestly, I've looked all over Google, and I can't find this thing absolutely nowhere. I can find it in the real world. Loads of people have made it, loads of people have got it. But I'm thinking, who's got the virtual model? Nobody. I'm thinking, I don't know why people haven't actually modelled it. But anyway, I'm thinking if they haven't modelled it, I'll model it, make it back available, absolutely free of charge. Do with it whatever you want. Put it back on your website, put it in your blog site, make a video, talk about it, make money off it. You can do with it whatever you want. As I said, all the credit don't go to me. As I said, I'm just going to use it in Red Band Alley. That's what I'm going to do with it. Of course, as I said, if you want the model itself, this is exactly what you'll get with the animation. Unfortunately, no sound. If you email the actual bloke actually on the YouTube channel, if he's okay with that, he might give you the sound actually off the video. He might allow you to use the sound. But I don't know. As I said, it's his gadget, it's his sound effect. So it's up to you how you want to go about doing that. As I said, all the credit goes to the man under the video in the link, not to me. As I said, if you want to like the 3D version of it, like this, then of course that's great for me, fantastically great. As I said, any credit really ideally goes to the man under the video. But of course, the choice is yours. I want to keep it that way. So if you want to give me a like for making the 3D model, and you want to give the man a like for actually even creating his own version of it, that would be great too for him. So anyway, as I usually say, thumbs up, thumbs down, subscribe, don't subscribe. Don't forget to like the video, I very much appreciate it. Stay safe, keep it friendly, keep it effects. See you soon, bye.